to Sunday school, you enjoy hearing the Bible stories, and then you go to the big sermon, the big church, and you sit there, and I'm just, me and my brother just kind of hitting each other, just wondering when it's going to get over. The second to last game of the season, third round of the playoffs, I was the starting quarterback. I suffered a torn ACL in my knee. It was devastating for me. Junior year of high school too, this was when you're supposed to get recruited and just all of these things. I had to wait to have surgery for a month because they had to let the MCL heal before they repaired the ACL, and then I was still on crutches, and it was just, I'd hit that point. I had seen friends have that injury and never come back quite the same, so what I thought was just going to be my life, sports, I felt like was being stripped away from me. And I remember sitting in church on my 17th birthday and sitting in that same pew where my brother and I used to just goof around and never pay attention. And for some reason that day it was different. And I was locked in on the pastor as he was sitting there talking about how the Lord was looking for a few good men to carry on his kingdom, to spread his word and to live the life that he had planned for them. And that spoke to me. And it was at that moment that I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart and knew that there was something that was bigger planned for me than just sports. My fifth season, going into an off season in which I did not have a contract, I was going to be a free agent. I get hurt the very last game of the 2005 season with the San Diego Chargers. I'd never dislocated anything in my life, but I knew exactly what happened. And I knew too that besides maybe like a broken neck or something, that is the absolute worst injury that I could ever have asked for a quarterback. As I'm walking off the field with my shoulder stuck like this because it was dislocated, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm probably never going to put on a Charger uniform again. And then it hits me that, I might not ever play football again. A few short months later, my wife and I were taking a visit to New Orleans, who was 6 months post Katrina, and we're just looking at the sheer devastation and just saying, I'm not going to trust what I see with my eyes here because my eyes are telling me not to come here. And yet my heart, my soul, the Lord is telling me that this is our calling. It's not about just coming to play football and be a part of the resurgence of a football team or an organization, but it's about the resurrection and rebirth of a city, and we can be a part of that. We score, the Colts are driving, we get the interception, we go score, now we're up 14 with 3 minutes left, and yet you're still thinking, I know Peyton Manning, I know this team. In your mind, you're going through all these scenarios of what you're going to have to do still, and then we get the ball back to basically take a knee to win the game, and it wasn't until that moment that, all right, we are world champions. I think we as people, we want to see and touch and feel in order for it to be real for us, and yet 2 Corinthians 5:7 will tell you, you'll be led by faith and not by sight. So much of life is that. It's faith in God, knowing that He's got a plan, and at times you don't understand it, and you're not going to see it, and yet you just have to trust and you have to have faith.